Earlier, there were two neighbors, Mrs. Wong and Zhang San. Mrs. Wong's family was relatively wealthy, but they were extremely frugal and calculating. They ate coarse food every day, hoarding their money while their daughter-in-law and children grew pale and thin from hunger. Zhang San's family, on the other hand, enjoyed lavish meals every day. The three members of his family were rosy-cheeked and lived comfortably. Mrs. Wong's daughter-in-law couldn't stand it anymore and often complained to Mrs. Wong. Zhang San's family doesn't have much money, so how can they eat so well? Our family has money, yet we eat coarse food every day. When will this ever end? Mrs. Wong also found it strange and wondered where Zhang Song got the money for such a lifestyle. One day, she ran into Zhang San on the road and pulled him aside to ask, "Zhang San, everyone knows your family has no money, yet you eat lavish meals every day. Where does the money come from?" Zhang San replied, Sister Wong, you don't know this, but the money I'm spending was saved for my previous life. No matter how much I eat, it never runs out. Unlike you, you must have been poor in your previous life." This remark left Mrs. Wong speechless for 3 days. She became so depressed that she fell ill and passed away a month later. On the day of her funeral, everyone heard clattering sounds coming from inside the coffin. Terrified, they thought it might be a case of a corpse reanimating. Mrs. Wang's daughter-in-law, keeping her composure, urged everyone to open the coffin lid. As soon as it was opened, Mrs. Wong sat up abruptly and exclaimed, "I was suffocating. I've seen so many strange things in the underworld these past few days. Quick, get me something to eat." Her daughter-in-law said, "This time, we won't eat coarse food." But Mrs. Wong glared at her and scolded, "How can you be so wasteful? We need to live frugally. Hurry up and bring me my coarse food. I still have to eat it." Everyone saw that Mrs. Wong had come back to life and soon dispersed. Her daughter-in-law asked her, "You scared me to death. How did you come back to life?" Mrs. Wong sighed and said, "Don't even ask. I went to the underworld to see what was really going on. I was so frustrated that I voiced my grievances. The judge then took me to a place where I saw a huge granary enough to feed not just 3 people, but 300. At first I thought it was ours, but the judge said it belonged to Zhang San's family. That's why they can eat lavishly every day. They accumulated virtue in their previous life. So in this life, no matter how much they eat, it never runs out. However, they can't save money." She continued, "I asked the judge about our family's share. Even though we have money in this life, the judge pointed to a small pile next to the granary, filled with chaff and coarse grains. I asked him why, and he explained, in this life, although you've earned some money, you are not meant to eat well. You can only consume coarse food. Look at this small pilot, just enough to sustain you with chaff." After saying this, he kicked me, and I woke up. Mrs. Wong concluded,